I downloaded Access Exploring 1, it gave me student in front of my name. But what it asked you to do is save it without that student in front of your name. I would put your name on the end, and I would put a 1 in the beginning. So I would still go File, Save As, and I would go into my folder. So I scroll down to the purple icon, and then I go browse for my folder, which happens to be on my pen drive, just like you guys. And in the SPC folder for Access Chapter 1. So I'm going to get rid of this student in front, and I'm going to put a 1 in class, so I remember it's you guys. You don't have to do all that. That's just for me. And then at the end, I'm going to put my first and last name, or last and first name, and save it. Then you know that the top changes, but I still need to enable my content. I do want to read the overview. This is an independent real estate firm that specializes in home sales. You need to create a database to store its records. In the following project, you'll open the database and continue information about the properties in the real estate firm listed. You'll create a new table, you'll add records, you'll sort the table and create a relationship between two tables and enforce referential integrity. We'll also apply filters and sorts. Let's get started. All right, step 2, create a new table in design view. So I've got everything open, but I don't have my table over here open. I'm going to go to create, and I'm going to go to table. And what view am I seeing right now? Yes, this is data sheet view. So I'm going to come over here to my views, which is in fields, but you can also see views in homes. I can go to view and go to design view, and that's what I want to do. It says create a new table in design view. All right, add the field name, change the data type, auto number, primary key, and it hasn't given us a name to save yet. So I'm just going to call it table 1 for now. And it says add the field name, agent ID. Change the data type to agent ID. So right up here in the top where it says ID, I'm just going to start typing. Now, one of the other things you want to do, Access is really picky on spacing, capitals, lower cases, and moving between fields. I find it easier to hit the tab button to go over to data type. And now it asks us to change the data type for agent ID to auto number. So I'm going to scroll it down, but it was already on auto number. I'm trying to show you that there are other data types like dates, numbers, currency, and the lookup wizard and more. Now it's asking to set agent ID as primary key in the table. Mine is already set right here. If not, I could have selected primary key up in the design tools. And once I did that and my record was set, it would put that little key in front of agent ID. Does that make sense? All right, that's the end of step 2. And now we'll go to step 3. Step 3, add the following field names to the table. So we're still in this view, design view, and I just clicked underneath agent ID, and I'm going to type first name. Now look, first and name are capitalized with no spaces. Fields should not have spaces. I'm going to go tab, 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 and then I'm going to type last name, tab, tab, tab. I'm going to type title, accept short text as the data type for all field, and now save the table as agents. So I'm going to click on my tab up here, and then I'm going to right click it. Oops, wait a minute. I need to tab out of that field. I'm sorry. I'm going to click up here on my table. I left click on the tab, then I right click, and it gives me a pull down menu for saving my table, but I want to change the name, so that didn't help. So right click again. Okay, I'm going to save, and then I'm going to right click and close. And then over here in table 1, I'm going to right click and I'm going to rename. And it's going to let me rename it as agents. You want no spaces and you want agents capitalized. And that's the end of step 3.